Did you know in the dictionary there is no clear definition of workplace bullying? Which is puzzling to me because the word pleather is in the dictionary. What was workplace bullying again? There were 3 things. Deliberate, disrespectful, and repeated, and it's always for the bully's gain. A difficult person, here's the difference. They may or may not be deliberate. Can you rationalize with a bully? Can you reason with a bully? Right, the answer is no. However, we will keep trying. That's the whole thing. We will keep trying. Why? Because we fall in love with potential. Who should decide if something is disrespectful? Yes, the person that is being affected. So people often say, oh, the victim. In the workplace, we use the word target. So the target should at least have a say in things. I agree. Now, should the target have 100% say? How many of us know somebody that says, oh, we got a new policy. I'm going to take a stack of these forms home. I'm going to fill one out on everybody and just see what sticks. How do you really stop this when you don't have the power to do so? So regardless, we all get up every morning to have our needs met. When our deep needs are not met, inclusion, being understood, being honored, being respected, you bet we're going to have some feelings about it. And you bet when somebody pushes us, we're going to push back. So how do you get your needs met without being angry, but still heard? It means unwelcomed behavior. So then that becomes very subjective. What's unwelcomed? So people say, well, what do we do with this? Because it becomes a he says, she says. And true or false, when you're more highly offended, you want to call it the highest severity, don't you? Whenever I go speak, if I speak to somebody fairly removed from the issues, they want to call this respectful workplace. I go, okay, got it. Then when I go talk to the people, they say, we want to call it bullying, capital B. So how do you put the two together where there is not a threat, but there's at least an agreement on the reality? And there's 2 ways to look at this. One is coping. That means if nobody around you cares, have you noticed sometimes it's only you that might be the one that cares? There's coping skills. And then there's another thing called systemic skills, which is what can you actually do to stop it as a group, as a team, even without your boss sometimes. One day she says to me, Val, you know what we need to do? We need to give you a project. I said, well, that'd be great. She goes, you know what, from now on you are in charge of Jell-O. Alrighty then. She says, Val, here's the green Jell-O and here's the red Jell-O, and we want you to serve it down the West Wing. The West Wing. Okay, this is the original West Wing. So off I went. I went to serve this green and red Jell-O down the West Wing. So I did so, and then at the end of my little shift, I had a full plate of green Jell-O. So I go to my supervisor, I said, hey, you know what? The green Jell-O is not moving. And she says, like a good supervisor would, interesting. I'm 18 years old, I thought, they need me here. This place is gonna fall apart. I said, well, don't serve the green. So she goes, I'm thinking, oh wow. I said, listen, if you want to save money in healthcare, I have an idea. Don't serve the green. So she says to me, Val, would you like to know why you serve the green? I thought, that'd be nice. Ever do stuff that you don't know why you're doing it? I said, that'd be nice. She says, Val, you serve the green so they can choose the red. Everybody here has lost their ability to choose. They can't choose what they wear, they can't choose what they eat, and they can't choose who visits them. You get to go in with a choice. So you are no longer in charge of Jell-O. You are in charge of dignity. I thought, oh, too bad it was my last day. So people say, well, why is it that healthcare is so affected by workplace bullying? There's no real research on this, but here is a theory that you might consider. Think about it. People in healthcare go because they care about people, by and large. And by having said that, you have a high degree of interest in connecting with others to get a job done. You wouldn't do great working on an island by yourself. Although some of you are thinking, no, that'd be nice. Yeah, just give me a week. But most times you want to get things done with others. You love the joy and delight in somebody else's face when you help. So therefore, you require a connection with others in order to have your needs met. When that connection doesn't really go well, then it's harder on your spirit. And I'd have to agree with that. So it's really about putting the care back in healthcare. Thank you. Thank you.